Stirling Community Radio. This is Stirling Talks. My name is Wilson. Quick thanks again for all the new followers we've gotten on our Instagram page, the Stirling Talks Instagram page. And also, we are on Facebook, Stirling Talks on there. Thank you for that. We love all the new followers there. We thank you for that so much. Had a little fun on there last week with some of our guests this week as well. I think we even posted up a little Dolly Parton. Speaking of that, we're going to try and play some Dolly Parton before we get out of here. It was her birthday, of course, earlier this week, so stay tuned for that. We'll squeeze that in just before we get to Tom, the late morning show. He's going to have all the updates for you, all the fun stuff, the trivia, and I do believe I love his traffic reports, so stay tuned for that. He'll tell you what's going on with the trains and the roads and all that good stuff. Tom, the late morning show, coming up here in just a few. I want you to stick around and listen for all that. Right now, though, I want you to listen to this. Any idea what that noise is? I am with Ashton from Back to Life, and Ashton is, well, what are you doing?
I am cleaning shoes right now.
And that is what Back to Life is all about, cleaning your shoes. It looks like you've got a very cool pair of Nikes right there.
Yep, that's right.
So you are, I believe, fairly rare in the Stirling area where this is your business. You clean people's shoes.
Yep, I bring people's shoes back to life.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask about the name Back to Life. So that's quite I like that. That's some good branding right there. Why is it important for people, you think, to have, because I'm looking around here in your place and you've got all kinds of different brands and all kinds of different shoes from people here. Why do you think it's important for people to get the shoes and bring them back to life?
Yeah, we cater for all types of shoes because it's important to have your shoes clean. It's all about image. It's just the same if you're into your clothing, you know, you want to have nice, clean shoes. When you're out and about, maybe you've got a date, maybe you want to go out and with your friends and have a good time. One of the main things that people do is look at your shoes. They judge you from your appearance, you know.
Yeah, I have heard that, and unfortunately for my case, sometimes it doesn't go so well. I do see some Converse over there, some of the old stars. I do have to say that I've got a couple of Converse that I have absolutely, completely worn out to the point where I put duct tape on the bottom of them, but I love them so much. So if you've got I think everybody's got a favorite pair of shoes that they just wear out that you wouldn't wear on a date, but shoes like how...
Beers.
Yeah, exactly.
Beers, yeah.
Can you bring some of those back to life?
Yeah, I'm somewhat of a shoe doctor, you know, so
right.
also plays on the name. But yeah, for me, Air Forces, I love Air Forces, so they're kind of like my beaters. I think everyone should have a pair of beaters. You can also bring them back to life. I have brought some really kind of beat up pairs near enough, you know, to a really good standard. Yeah. And that's what I do, you know. Sometimes the shoes that you would wear out all the time that you wouldn't necessarily get cleaned, you know, a little freshen up just kind of makes them pop a little bit more.
No. I love this. How did you get started doing this? Did you notice that there was a little niche in the market here, or how did this begin?
A little niche to begin with, but also I used to walk my dog. I walk my dog all the time, but I used to wear all my good pairs of shoes when I walked my dog. Right. Being in Scotland, the weather's not so nice. Right. All my pairs got ruined, so I took a brush, started brushing them. A few of my friends caught on, and they all just started giving me business. And I thought, you know what, I've always wanted to be somewhat of an entrepreneur / businessman, and it was working for me. So.
No, I got sent off to a military school as a kid, a couple of years younger than you, and I've cleaned quite a few pairs. A little bit different. I didn't clean my trainers, I didn't clean my sneakers a lot, my dress shoes and all that. But there is something to it. It's also, to me, and just watching you and hearing the sounds that you're all hearing as you listen coming through the speakers, there is a bit of there's a rhythm to it, and it's almost a bit. Therapeutic sometimes. You heard where I was going there.
Well, that's the thing as well. I was in the military myself for 5 years, and that's kind of where I got a lot of my business because we share rooms with, you know, a lot of people. Right. They just see me cleaning up all my pairs of shoes, and then one thing led to another, from Air Forces to Louis Vuittons. Yeah. Designer pairs, all sorts, and yeah, it just became a really nice, good thing. So you know
exactly what I'm talking. Now, I just did military school, so that was enough for me. Yeah. But yeah, there is something to that, and so you really have you've cleaned shoes under orders.
Oh yeah, you know, when you go on parade and stuff like that, you've got boots you need to polish, you need to keep clean with whatever when it comes to shaving your face shiny boots. So it just kind of played in my favour a lot.
Yeah. no, that's quite cool. So again, this is something here that for some people it may be a bit new, where they think that they can, I can clean my shoes myself and all this kind of stuff. Let me tell you, and I know we're on the radio now, these shoes now, you can clean them, sure, but you really are bringing them back to life. You're the shoe doctor.
Yep. So, people have this thing where they put them in the washing machine.
Oh.
As the business that I own, I've trialed this, and many shoes come out warped. I'm sure many people have put lovely. I've had people bring shoes into me where they put in the washing machine and it stripped the paint off, stuff like that. I've had to, uncrease shoes because of this, and you're better off getting them cleaned with somebody who knows how to clean them the proper way and the only way, which is, being a professional cleaner. Using the right tools to get that done.
I don't want to give away any of your secrets here or whatever, but I'm noticing a few different products that I do not see on the shelves at the shop, with some some foams and some sprays and stuff. This is very specific for you, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. When I first started, it started off with a couple brushes, and then we incorporated things like steamers. Now I do like suede re-dyes, paint touch-ups, so, the list goes on. There's little tools. I don't really gatekeep. If you see on my social media, I've got loads of tips and tricks for a lot of people as well, just day-to-day kind of things. So, you said with Converse there, how they get scuffed a lot. Yeah. You can use things like nail polish remover just to get rid of the stains and stuff like that. It's good to kind of share what I know as well, because it also builds that trust.
Just kind of setting the scene here. You're underneath the Calpa store here, and they're new-ish location. They've been here for a bit, but I'm just kind of looking around. All different brands, all different stuff. You've got a drill, you've got a toothbrush, you've got all kinds of product here, and then off to the side, I see an amazing pair of Air Jordans, the black and red that I wanted as a kid when they first came out. I'm a little bit older than you, Ashton, so those are quite cool. What is your favorite? And I know this is a tough question. What's your favorite shoe?
I am so basic.
Yeah.
I'm 5'7". I like to look a little bit taller, so the Air Force Ones do it well for me.
No, nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that. So we've got all that going on. How can people find out more? And your social media, you have a lot of fun with the social media. How can people find out more and see what we're talking about?
Based on social media or the Calpa store, you can come check it out. You can come talk to me face to face. You can learn more about what I do specifically, how I could bring your shoes back to life. Right. And social media. I do a lot of fun on social media. But that's
at Back to Life.
At official Back to Life.
Oh, at official Back to Life. Thank you very much for that. Well, you mentioned the shop here, and this is kind of a new thing here, and I'm a fan of the shop. We've spoken with Seam Junkies as well. What's it like for you being in here? Because and they're not here, so I can say this, and I'm old, I can say this as well. You're the young guy in here. What's that like for you?
Doesn't make a difference. I am 22 years old, but I've got a mindset of a businessman. Right. So, I'm very mature for my age. I think probably going through the army, you meet a lot of people, grow up quickly. Yeah. Might be the youngest, but we're all part of a team. We're all a family here. It's great. Yeah, there is a very good vibe. If you haven't been in the shop, it's good. And I'm glad they moved to the new location because it's a bit more room for you, but it's also a lot more eyeballs coming in. So people can kind of come in and see you in action, right? Maybe. Reach out on social media if you want to do that. But you've got a lot of this on the social media with some tips as well. And make sure you follow them there. What is the price range we're talking about? So the standard set price is £35 for your kind of basic shoe clean. We cater for the inside and outside. You can have add-ons, like I said, with the suede re-dyes, if anything needs restored. There's additional, prices there that we can tell you about in person or through like a DM or text or something like that. Yeah. When it comes to like a full suede pair or designer cleans, they are charged £10 extra, so £45. Right,
okay. So that's reasonable because you're bringing them back to life. This is either do that, you go out and get a new pair, or bring the ones back to life. I like that name there. So listen, you are a bit younger here. The music they play upstairs is maybe not some music that you would listen to. I enjoy it as well. Considering that we are on the radio now, and you might be a little bit too hip for some whatever, what's some music that you, because you mentioned the therapeutic and the rhythm right here. Is there a certain song or something that we could play here on the radio that you kind of have in mind for one of the songs you play?
I've got just a song for you.
Yeah.
Back to life.
Oh.
Back to reality.
Oh yeah.
Soul to soul.
Oh. that's all. You surprised me there, man. That was quite good. All right, I like that. A little soul to soul right there. Make sure you check him out. We'll have him linked up on our socials as well. It's Back to Life Ashton. That's good. Very good luck to you, man.
Thank you, and all the best to you. I'm sure I'll see you at some point in the future.
Definitely. Make sure you follow him there. This is Stirling Community Radio. Stirling Talks. Let's get back to life.